Louis Cato and the Late Show Band, everybody. Come on. Louis.
Stephen.
Louis, coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up in just a moment, right over there.
Yeah, right
we are
over
so
here.
proud and happy to know that we have from Yellow Jackets, Melanie Linsky will be out here in just a moment. But before that, my friends, and I know you musicians must be really excited.
Oh my God, I can't
we'll have
wait.
not just any old person. We will have the legend, the world treasure, the UNESCO heritage site. Elton John will be out here in just a moment. Yeah, right there. In the flesh.
Actually in person.
The actual Elton John.
We got Elton John.
I bet, you know what I bet? I bet he smells good.
I bet he smells like,
Fantastic.
lavender.
His song, by the way, Never Too Late, with Brandy Carlisle, off his upcoming album, Who Believes in Angels, is nominated for an Oscar. I think he's gonna win. That's my bet. That's where my money is.
Let's go.
Smart money.
Let's go.
Yeah. You can make that bet on Draft Chimps. Tell Boba I sent you. Folks, if you watch this show, you know I spend most of my time right over there combining the most succulent cuts from Damascus news beef with sumac and za'atar, which I simmer in a topical tomato base augmented with pomegranate molasses and joke potatoes to create the hearty Dawood Basha meatball stew that is my monologue. But sometimes, just sometimes, folks, I'm kicked off a ghost train behind a contraband zinc refinery where I scrunch what's left of an old packet of duck sauce and powdered ramen seasoning onto a half-eaten burger patty from a discarded takeout clamshell and heat it against the liquid bulk tanker's engine block to chow down on the intruder's diesel jerky of news that is my segment. That's like an oxygen tank. That's like an oxygen tank. Meanwhile, at an upcoming auction, a so-called Holy Grail Stradivarius may become the world's most expensive musical instrument. Of course, the true Holy Grail of musical instruments will always be the actual Holy Grail after Jesus did that thing where you wet your finger and rub the rim. He could do that. He could do that. Meanwhile, new research shows that bonobos can tell when they know something you don't. The worst part is they're such dicks about it. Fine, I give up. What's the difference between affect and effect, Professor? Say hi to Bobo for me. Meanwhile, in treat news, the Nestle company has announced that they will stop selling vegan Kit Kats. Luckily, this won't affect my favorite flavor of Kit Kat, beef. Break me off a piece of that piece of beef. Fans of the niche candy are upset, with one even posting on Facebook, worst day of my life. Oh, come on, I find it hard to believe that this is worse than the day you decided to be vegan. No letters, no letters. Meanwhile, in sexy gift news, according to a press release, the toy company Build-A-Bear is expanding its popular After Dark Valentine's Day collection. Finally, the gift that'll make your husband say those words every woman wants to hear. Honey, I'm humping a fake bear. This year's Valentine bears are actually a collection of cuddly cougars, like this one that appears to be wearing a jacket made of another cat's hide. It's the gift that says,
after our date, I'm gonna wear your skin like a coat. Be mine.
Meanwhile, Rio de Janeiro may soon have some serious, huge religious statue competition because over in Poland, a billionaire wants to build a statue of the Virgin Mary taller than Christ the Redeemer, continuing the rich tradition of billionaires totally getting the core message of Jesus. For as he speaketh, do unto others and keep doing unto them until you have done the most and there is no more left for anyone else to do unto, then build a big-ass statue of my mom. And say hi to Bobo for me. Meanwhile, science has now officially determined the happiest time of day. Ladies and gentlemen, the science is in. Let's reveal the findings. Mornings are the happiest time of day. People are happier on weekend mornings than weekdays, and summer months make people feel happier than the winter ones. These breaking results were published in the New England Journal of No Duh. You know their motto, we're a journal published in New England. Meanwhile, in fashion news, the hottest new trend is tiramisu inside of a translucent purse. Way ahead of you, said every mom at a wedding buffet. Look, the groom's dad is a banker. Just keep filling your pockets with shrimp until I say stop. The tiramisu purse went viral after an Instagrammer posted her experience taking her dessert purse through an airport security checkpoint and then onto her flight where she enjoyed it right there in her seat. Good for her. Good for her. Also, what the hell? I have to throw away my nice sunscreen, but she gets to take on a bucket of coffee-flavored goo? She should have to chug it all before going through the metal detector like I do with my sunscreen. Meanwhile, Coors Light is releasing a new face roller. Hopefully soon, they'll release a beer. Meanwhile,
Wow.
or in this case, Mainewhile, a tiny frog could be Maine's next official state amphibian. The name of the frog is the spring peeper, which had a much better name than their second choice, the autumn pervert. We'll be right back with Elton John.